5 weirdest movie cameos of all time. Cameos are those moments in movies that we'd like to think as something we don't necessarily deserve but actually need. They're little surprises that can make a film become more memorable. No wonder filmmakers like sneaking cameos in movies. And while some cameos are fun to watch, there's also quite a few that leave audiences scratching their heads, wondering at what they had just watched. Here are 5 of the weirdest movie cameos of all time. Number 5. Lance Armstrong, Dodgeball, a True Underdog Story. At the time when the sports comedy film by Rawson Marshall Thurber was released in 2004, no one batted an eyelid about Lance Armstrong's cameo in the film.
Been watching the Dodgeball tournament on the Ocho.
In fact, the bizarre appearance of legendary martial arts actor Chuck Norris as a dodgeball judge was the one that received more attention. For what it's worth, Armstrong's appearance in the film as a man who gives Vince Vaughn's Peter LaFleur that needed pep talk that seemed pretty much genuine and heart-rending at best. However, the controversy and the eventual revelation of the athlete's use of performance-enhancing drugs destroyed Armstrong's reputation. In retrospect, his motivational talk about having a heart of a champion and not quitting when the going gets tough got a deeply cynical spin. Armstrong's admittance of drug use has, in a way, added a whole new layer of hilarity to his character's speech. In short, it totally wrecks the scene. Some people even claim that Armstrong's involvement has ruined the movie. Number 4. Backstreet Boys, This Is the End. Call it demented, but we dare say that the Backstreet Boys cameo in Seth Rogen's apocalyptic comedy, This Is the End, is rather brilliant in every single way. In the film, Rogen and Jay Baruchel's characters, who are actually just exaggerated versions of themselves, finally get to heaven. There, they meet up with some of their friends, including Craig Robinson, who told them that in heaven, anything they could ever wish for will be fulfilled in the great beyond.
Go ahead, Jay. Make a wish. Anything you can think of.
Anything?
Jay takes the cue and ends up making a wish. At that point, the Backstreet Boys arrive at the scene. Dressed in pristine white duds, accentuated with blue-colored accessories, and capped off with shiny celestial halos, the 6 members of the 90s boy band make their way to the crowd with the tune of their classic hit, Everybody! Everyone goes wild, and so probably are the audiences watching the movie for the first time in theaters. If you have to ask the public, this could probably be the best ending to ever happen in a movie, and it's all thanks to that heavenly performance by the BSB.
Backstreet's back, all right.
Number 3. Donald Trump, Home Alone 2. Like the Lance Armstrong cameo, Donald Trump's surprise appearance in the hit Christmas survival film sequel, Home Alone 2, is weird in retrospect. This is for the fact that it obviously involves the now President of the United States. In the movie, Kevin, played by Macaulay Culkin, arrives at the Trump's Plaza Hotel. He stops a man to ask him for directions. Guess who the man is? It's none other than Trump himself.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Back when the film came out, Trump's appearance is quite fairly adorable, a harmless and innocent nod to the man who happens to own the hotel in real life. This was back to the day when the general public didn't know too much about the real estate mogul. And there wasn't Twitter back then either. A couple of decades and a half through, Trump's cameo in the movie came up rather weird. Somehow, that short moment takes the audiences away from the fun it had once intended. Number 2. Lawrence Oliver, Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. Although the real story behind his cameo in the movie wasn't that widely publicized, it somehow felt strange and close to being bizarre seeing an actor appearing in a movie after more than a decade after their death. We're talking about Lawrence Oliver's posthumous cameo in Steven Soderbergh's 2004 sci-fi adventure movie, Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. Oliver was made to appear as the villainous mad scientist, Dr. Totenkopf.
I have been witness to a world consumed by hatred and bent on self-destruction.
What happened was Soderbergh used footage from Oliver's early acting career. An impressive feat nonetheless, given the limit of technology at the time. Soderbergh was able to successfully create a cameo performance out of the deceased actor. In the film, Dr. Totenkopf asks the heroes about their business with him. As expected, Soderbergh's choice to use Oliver's remaining footage raised some concerns in the filmmaking industry, and it has something to do with the ethics of using a dead actor's image. It's straight up odd for someone with respectable legacy to be made to appear in a film that he'd probably not want to be a part of in the first place. And number 1, Michael Jackson, Men in Black 2. Having the likes of Michael Jackson appear in mainstream movies like Men in Black is an oddity in itself, but the reason behind it will make things even weirder. Jackson plays as Agent M in Men in Black 2, in which he appears very briefly in an extreme close-up, shot to deliver a status report of some sort.
The Jolocks are gone and the treaty is signed.
According to reports, Jackson thought he was signing up for a drama instead of a comedy. Director Sonnenfeld revealed to the press about his conversation with the King of Pop. Sonnenfeld said that the singer was apparently moved to tears after seeing the first film. He had seen the first Men in Black in Paris and had stayed when all the other people left the theater and sat there and wept, the filmmaker said. Sonnenfeld had to explain to Jackson that it was supposed to be a comedy. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.